This is Larry Jordan, the host of the Digital Production Buzz. The following interview is an excerpt from a recent program. To hear the entire program, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com.
Welcome to BVE 2015. This is the heart of what makes BVE possible. It's the sales office where exhibitors get to buy their space for the show. And it struck me as probably the best thing that we could do to start the show is talk to the commercial director, the man responsible for putting all the exhibits together. His name is Dan Sachelli. And Dan, what is BVE?
So BVE is the exhibition, the event, the conference for the UK broadcast and production industry.
And what's your role with the company?
I am the event manager.
Which means?
It means a lot of things, but I'm basically responsible for organising, making sure that the show is full of exhibitors and sponsors. So it's a commercial thing.
What was the theme for BVE this year?
The theme of BVE is evolution. There's a lot of converging technologies happening. There's a lot of exhibitors with very diverse product portfolios, and we're all about expanding the range of BVE to allow all of that to happen under one roof.
Well, one of the other things that you do is you've integrated presentations on the show floor, so it's not just exhibits, it's actually more than that.
There's a lot of content. I mean, you can hear the Catherine Hardwicke keynote happening in the fantastic 4K theatre behind me. A lot of the theatres around the show floor have been absolutely packed, and keeping them on the show floor means that as soon as they're finished, those buyers that are attending the sessions are straight out mingling with all the exhibitors.
It seems to me, because I've been to BVE probably 5 years now, that the show itself is growing, which is a major accomplishment in an economy that we've got. What do you attribute the success to?
It is, some of it is the UK market. It's in a very strong place at the moment. It is thriving. BVE is capitalising on that. We're growing, as you've said. We have 35 more exhibitors this year than we had last year, which is significant growth. 70 of those are brand new and they've never exhibited at BVE before as well.
What are your plans for 2016?
So, 2016 is going to be a development of what we've put in place this year. It's all about growth, it's all about expansion. You can see either side of us, there are big OB trucks. Never had those on the show floor before. Next year there will be an OB zone. Clients like Panasonic this year have dedicated a portion of their space to display solutions. That's never happened before. Next year we will have an AV theatre and an AV zone dedicated to that part of the market, and so on and so forth.
Why so much emphasis on content? Why not just get people to take a look at the exhibitors' booths?
Content is what drives the visitors to come to the show. It's what drives the senior level decision makers. People need to learn, they need to network with their peers, and the exhibition is great and it's an integral part of the show, but the content is of equal importance, absolutely.
As you look around the show floor for 2015, we're recording this during the show and airing it after the show is over. What are some of the highlights here for you?
I think a lot of without getting into too many specifics, a lot of what I've seen that's been of the most interest is away from the central part of the show that you might naturally go to, the very large exhibitors with the flashy stands. The new exhibitors and the smaller guys out on the fringe, there's some really interesting and innovative stuff happening there, and that's where I found a lot of the excitement happening on the show floor.
I've been noticing even the small booths has got people standing around looking. I mean, there's always excitement about drones and there's exciting about new LED lighting equipment, so that the range of interest of attendees is pretty broad.
Yeah, we have got some fairly new visitor types to BVE that have started coming in over the past couple of years, and now we're really starting to signify it. So brands, of course, brands around the globe are shooting their own content and they're coming to BVE for that. But now we're also seeing a lot of venues, whether that be stadia, whether that be theatres, or whether that be huge multinational shopping centres that are coming looking for display solutions. So BVE is becoming a much more than what it has been in the past.
What was your goal for this year's show?
It was to build on the success of last year, because we shouldn't forget that last year was a very successful show, but it was about showing people what BVE can be and what it will be to come. So it's a little taster of the development of the show for 2016, really, and to do it well and to do it properly. But really, it's look, this is what you see. You know, it's going to be increased tenfold next year.
How big a team did it take to put together?
In my sales team, there's 3 of us. it's just a fairly small team, fairly tight team, but we've got enough of us on board and a much wider team in our marketing and content and operations that we can serve all of our clients and make sure that everyone gets the maximum experience.
Are you focused just on BVE, or do you do other shows during the year?
I just work on BVE, yeah, that's my sole job.
Full-time job?
Full-time, so as soon as the show finishes this year, I start thinking about, we're already started thinking about, we've drawn the floor plan behind me for BVE 2016. We're thinking more of a 2-3 year sort of cycle.
Dan, if there's one thing you want people to remember from BVE, what do you want them to remember?
I think it's how diverse it is, and if you think you know what BVE is from your previous experience, and you're not already here, or you've not been, I would come down and see it for yourself. I know this is going out after the show, but I think we need to watch videos like this and find out more about what BVE is actually going to deliver for the future.
Dan Sachelli is the event director for BVE. Dan, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you very much. Cheers, Larry.